My personal opinion, though, I think when it comes to contacting the real form and figure of the person of Christ, I just think I've got to go to the Shroud of Turin and really pray with the shroud. And I know there's been a number of renditions of drawings and paintings that depict that figure.
So now with the Shroud of Turin, there's two really cool things I wanted to bring up with this episode. One is there was the devotion called the Devotion of the Holy Face. Now the Devotion of the Holy Face was like a thing that a lot of people would meditate on and think of the visage of Christ and what that meant to them in their life. And it was very popular in about the mid-1850s until about World War I, and then the devotion started to die out a little bit. But it was based on the image of the Shroud of Turin and contemplating the Holy Face. It was actually so popular that St. Teresa of Lisieux, her name that when she joined the Carmelites was St. Teresa, or Therese of the Child Jesus and the Face of Christ. Or, I want to make sure I get that accurate. It was something like that.
Yeah.
Very close. That the Holy Face devotion was part of her actual name that she took. And then the second thing about the Shroud of Turin is that there's a really great documentary about 5-6 years ago where they took the Shroud of Turin, took all the 3D data from that and created a computer model of what the man in the shroud would have looked like. And it looks a lot like you. It really does.
All right, we're warming up.
And
here.
we're
got a career still.
We're in 20 minutes into the podcast, and we're returning to it again. And yes, Jonathan, you're doing well.
So it would have, and I'll make sure that I post that image. But it's a really cool documentary. I really think you guys should go.
Was this on History Channel?
It was. It was by a guy named Ray Downing, who was a graphic and 3D computer modeling artist.
I think I might have seen that, and I thought to myself, that guy looks like me. It was a little creepy, in a good way.
Take a look.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Let me see.
That's the one.
There's a little glare there. Let me see. Wow.
Yeah, looks a lot like you. So I'll make sure I post that. Now,
These side-by-side comparisons.
yeah, I will.
That'll be on our Facebook wall or whatever.
So there's a couple other times where our Lord miraculously had his image appear. And I think everyone knows the woman who wiped his face on the Via Dolorosa, which is
Veronica.
So
Yeah,
do you know
I've been there to that chapel?
Do you know what the name Veronica means? That was not a proper name.
Woman who wipes the face?
No. So Veronica it comes from the Greek word vero and icono, the true icon, Veronica. That's where Veronica comes from. It's the true icon or the true visage. So she wiped his face, and today they consider that maybe I think it's called the Mendelian. And the Mendelian is that image. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's a different image. That's the Veil of Veronica, and I think that's in a church somewhere in Italy.
Yeah.
Now, the first king...
I have a question for you.
Sure.
So